Is music a curse or a blessing? Several times with people listening to music and they've not really sat down and depict what music is all about. And in some people, some people see music in different meaning. So in cultural aspects, music portrays a certain kind of meaning. There's a kind of sound that proceeds, that comes out, and the community tells to know that this sound is for a particular purpose. Coming to Christian aspects, there are some sound that comes out and people are emotionally drained, people are carried away by the presence of God. Coming to the secular aspects, people see music in different meaning. Now, today, we'll be discussing this topic because it's going to help the viewers out there to understand what music is all about. Because some people who has gotten this mindset, or people who have had this bad mindset about music, maybe probably who through music their brothers was killed, or through music they had bad incidents. So they've lived with that mindset for so long. So today, by the help of God, and I believe He's going to help us through His wisdom for us to be able to clarify this, whether music is a curse or a blessing. So Mr. Emmanuel, I would like you to chip in and tell us what you think music is all about.
Okay, thanks for having me here.
Thank you.
What I would say is that music is a blessing as a child of God, because we can't term it as a curse, because every tool that is being provided by God to us as a child or as a Christian is to glorify God. So it can't be a curse. So it's not depending on what you are using the tools that He has provided for. Like that will determine the place of which, the category of which it will stand for.
Okay.
As a child of God, music is meant to glorify God. It's meant to lift incense to God. So it's as if you giving Him what He deserves, what you are meant to do as a child of God. That's the primary aim of our creation, that we would glorify Him, both in music, in worship, and So I wouldn't say it's a cause, because it's an avenue where we can easily access Him. In worship, we can easily access. So music is powerful. Why God created Satan in the first place is that so he could sing praises to Him, sing to Him, so he could please Him with sounds. So that's the main purpose of God creating Him. So it means that He values sound, He values music, He values worship even more than the prayer. Why? Because for Him to create an entity for that purpose, it means that there's a value being placed on that thing, on that tool. So I believe music is a blessing, but it depends on where and how you're using it. That will determine if it will be a blessing or a curse.
Okay, do you think someone can be possessed by the evil spirit through music?
Yeah, music is spirit. Music is not ordinary.
I like that word, music is spirit.
Music is spirit, because it depends on what altar music is coming from. And that's why you need to filter what you hear, even as a child of God. Some music can corrupt you, some music can heal you. That's why you see a lot of people, only sound, your sound can heal you from maybe a sickness or something. Why? Because it has to do with a spirit. There's a spirit that powers every sound. So that's why God Himself does not joke with sound nor music.
Okay, the area we're discussing is your area. You're a music producer, and believe me, you produce for so many people and so many celebrities out there. But I want to ask you a question. Most people say, when you listen to them on podcasts or when you watch on YouTube, they say how they get their inspiration on the music they sang. They were just there, the inspiration came, and they produced that. So, as a music producer, when you're producing sound for your clients, have you ever, many only produce for kingdom music. So, have you ever been moved to go to secular way?
Yeah, it was a thing that I once did. Like I was once into producing. I felt okay, I could just you could just send me a data of a project, I'll mix it and all. But this has to do with you and God. There should be a conviction. I'm not saying that Christian out there that does, produce for, this celebrity we know that sings secular music. I'm not saying they're not children of God. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that there's a place of intimacy when it comes to you and your maker.
Okay.
That he will give an instruction, whether people I choose to based on what he has said.
Why I ask that question is this, you're a music producer. As you produce music, inspiration comes, and I would like you to tell viewers how you do that. How are you able? Because as God speaks to us, Satan also speaks to us. Do you understand? It's now left for you to choose the voice you're able to work with. So when you are producing, at that moment, different things are happening. Inspiration are coming. Tell us, how do you do it? How do you do it?
Okay, first of all, if you are a secret place as a sound person, I believe that Satan will not intrude that place. Why? Because that room is only meant for two people. It's meant for two, like you and God.
Yeah, that's right.
So every sound we create. Now, let me quickly say this: music is not, when it comes to playing the heart of God, it doesn't come with skills. Like, regardless of your skills, regardless of how good you might be, maybe on the keyboard, on the guitar, on the bass, on the drums, whatsoever instrument you play, it does not qualify the place of you playing the heart of God. That's why the Bible said, if human beings fail to praise him, he will raise stones. What it means that no matter you're being perfect, no matter you're being I am the best, I'm the best producer ever, it doesn't still guarantee the sound that will bless people. Now, I'm not that tight when it comes to playing all instruments, but there is a place where your sound comes from. It depends on how far you've journeyed with God. Now, it only takes people that have a relationship with God, that will understand the kind of sound you are. There are sounds that will just go viral for like 2 months, 3 months, and all, and that's it for that's on that sound. That's just the highest that sound can give. And there are sounds that are for eternity. Like, whenever human beings, whether it's the sinner, whether a child of God, whether those of the world hear that sound, it will do something to them. Why? Because the sound was powered from somewhere, not just, let me put in my skills to it. Some of my guys that they sang one song, they say it's off key. Now, in the song, I said, even though we are singing it off, as long as the Lord is pleased, like as long as God is pleased, we are satisfied. Mr. Theophilus will always say something, said, God is not looking for those that are skillful, that can run scale.
That's right.
As long as your voice is recognized in heaven, he's satisfied. God can only, reveal himself to people that are interested in it. So I choose to, whatsoever sound I'm doing, whatsoever person I'm producing, I will pray on that sound. That's why I really don't like when you rush me in doing things. I have to be convinced to produce for you. I won't call him. There's a pastor in Benin. He called me one certain time. He like, let me do this. I have some boys that I want you to produce for him. So I was talking on the phone, like we spoke almost 15-20 minutes. Immediately that conviction just came like, you can't just do this. Why? Because I actually don't know the man from nowhere. I don't even know his name. But when the Holy Spirit don't want you to do some kind of things, regardless of who is involved, you just have to back out. As long as you are not offending God. So after everything, he said his name, I checked online, and it's so clear. You understand? So your sound as sacred. You don't just give it
Sound
out.
as sacred.
Yeah, you don't just give it out to people or to anybody. You don't just give it out to people or anybody. Ensure that you protect that, that gift, that sound that God has given you at all costs. Do not just, because of mammon, because, I actually need it. He said a lot of things. Don't worry, do you have 4 legs? I say, 4 legs. What do you mean? I said, do you have a car? So don't worry, I just produce for my guys, like they are young guys. They want to do, but these guys, you are saying they are young guys. What guys are, So I couldn't do that. I couldn't put my tag on my people. He said, that do that. So you need to, there should be a relationship with you and God for for you to be able to power up some kind of, you know, movement when it comes to sound.
No, which is what you said now. You said sounds are sacred. So doesn't it mean that as a music producer that produces for the kingdom, it's better you focus on the kingdom?
Yeah.
Because if you have a personal relationship with God, and truly it is God that has called you into this ministry, you're not supposed to go otherwise.
There's a time Mr. Theophilus told me something. He told me, he said, "EMINO, do you still do like secular music?" I say, "I used to collect like jobs I would do." He said, "Okay." I said, "Why do you say okay?" Just say, he was now laughing. He said, "If you can separate yourself, yeah, it might not be easy at the long run, but if you can separate yourself out of it, you'll see what God will do." You know, and since then, I've been trying all my best. Okay. Yeah, because even at the secular world, like I used to drop instrumentals, so a lot of people use it. Both the gospel people, both the Christian, they use it. Well, since then I've been trying to, you know, adjust. I don't want to do anything that has to do that does not glorify God, because the main purpose of us in this world is for us to do, you know, the will of God. So, as I've said earlier, it depends on your journey with God. That will determine, you know, what you agree on when it comes to this kingdom. If you want to be corrupt, you'll be corrupt. So if I choose not to, I won't be. And mind you, you might be a man of God, but when the Spirit of God is not allowing me to do you want me to walk with you, okay, fine. I have to, you know, obey my maker, not you. Yes, you are a man of God, yes, but when he's not allowing me, I can't do anything. So there's a place of we all understanding the place of God in people's life, because even though they are superior, when God is telling the person you are superior over that he should not do this, you should respect the place of God, giving him instruction that do not do this, you know, because he's the overall he's more superior than you that call yourself, you know, that you're superior than that person. So if he might say, "Oh, EMINO, everybody you've been producing for now, I want you to take a break for 6 years." Yes, sir. So how willing,
Well,
how willing can you journey this journey with God? I have no excuse when it comes to the things of God. So if you tell you that, "Oh, we are packed, no more production," can you always say it's okay? Like, that's the journey we are talking about. Can you always say, "Oh, he said I should just leave this trend. I mean, what I'm doing, I should not do it again." Can you just say it's okay because, oh, you've already seen the fame that is inside, you've seen the money that is inside? Can you just say, "No, okay, I'm not doing it again"? When you give instruction, that's what we are talking about here. So your skills matters, but even the Spirit of God is the most, you know, important.
Yeah, this points to my question now. Okay, Christian, I've seen Christian listening to worldly music and listening to Christian music. When you ask them, they will say, it's the same thing, which I know is never same. It's never same.
It can't be the
So
same.
you can't serve two masters.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, the thing is that when you want to serve God, do well to serve him wholeheartedly. I'm a sound person. I listen to every kind of music, but there's a time that I get to understand and sing. You just need to draw the line. Your inspiration doesn't come from whatsoever any secular people have produced. You understand? Yeah. Whatsoever they've produced, it doesn't come from there. The owner of sound is the one that is calling you that, "Come and do this for me. I want you to be part of the kingdom." So why will I find myself listening to other secular music to produce, a gospel music? Quickly, before we round up, let me say something to anybody that may concern, that do well to understand the place of, the origin of where sound comes from. You might have your talent, you might sing the song that everybody wants to hear, but is your maker, is God really happy with you? Does it please God? You might sing it to get all the hype and all that, but did God, your maker, does he really, is he really interested in that thing that you're doing?
That's right.
That's one thing I will forever respect Minister Theophilus. It's not because he's the best, but there's a place his sound is coming from. And so for you to understand some people, learn from them. There's a place it's coming from. If your sound is actually coming from somewhere, you won't be disturbed about the fame, the whatsoever that comes with these things. You will be who you hold, allegiance is to God.